Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, buddy?
I like to talk one of our favorites. This is The Rehearsal. This is season two, episode two, Star Potential. This is the full review. Make sure you check out our review of episode one. We did full reviews of every episode of season one as well. Go check out all the other playlists. It's all the different shows we're covering. Just go check out even the most recent, and you can see a nice variety right there. Brian, this was I think a pretty big, not pretty big improvement, I'd say, from episode one. I laughed in this episode, and
Yeah.
that's really big, right? We had some colorful characters. I loved the idea of Wings of Voice. Wings of Voice was a very Nathan Fielder-esque type situation and experiment. It made me think of a Nathan For You episode, it made me think of the rehearsal season one. I, Paramount Plus Germany being Nazis like that. This is the type of stuff that I sign up for while allowing there to still be the serious aviation topic. And I even thought that experiment, like I said, with the Wings of Voice was really good. So I want to get your overall impressions, Brian, then we can jump into some of the main things.
Yeah, I enjoyed this episode a little bit more, and I think it's just because, like you said, we had like the main point still moving, but like the little sub stuff that is goofy and that is funny, and that's kind of why we like became like glued on the show and just like seeing the Lizard Lounge again and things like that. It's just it made me smile.
I love the Lizard Lounge. Shout out Lizard Lounge. The idea that they have at the airport terminal is very funny, and that's what they're using as the watering hole now. Wings of Voice was a experiment for a American Idol-esque type of singing walk-in. Hey, you either made it or you didn't, and the judges were individual co-pilots. Right. The whole premise of this season is that a lot of plane crashes could be averted if co-pilots learned how to speak up and effectively communicate with pilots. And so, hey, how do these people deliver rejection? Was the kind of major sub string of what he was doing there. Rejection, power dynamics, self-awareness, all those type of things that I thought really worked out well. And what was interesting is that he had anyone who was rejected have to give a scorecard 1 to 10 of basically the likability of the judge. And there obviously were a lot of low scores. However, there was Mara D. Mardi, a seasoned co-pilot who was one of the featured kind of players of this episode, was getting consistently high scores, even though she was always giving rejection. It came down to the point that she used the word fantastic a lot.
Mhm. I just think she had better delivery.
Yep.
That's something that we know Nathan does not have at all.
Those were some classic conversations where he's like, well, why do you think they don't like me? Or when he's talking to them, it's like, well, what about me was not welcoming?
Mhm. It's like, dude, you're weird.
Yeah, as he's like creepily staring at them.
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny too, and it's not to shame him, but like, I know he does this on purpose, but like, he's disheveled right now. His salt and pepper hair. He
Mhm.
doesn't wear like nice clothes.
No, he wears the same clothes like every week.
He just,
Gray thermal like sweater and then jeans.
it's the same like color, everything almost too, and it's
Mhm.
just like it's very funny. He does, it's great. Like, it
Mhm.
works exactly for what we're trying to watch. I want to talk about the horseback riding man zone episode being removed from Paramount Plus, and that it started with Paramount Plus Germany and then spread throughout Europe, right? And then they do the parody where he's
Yeah.
rehearsing through his interaction with the head of Paramount Plus Germany. I think it was like Victor Von Doom's
Yeah.
cast that they
Yeah.
were in.
That was
Um,
good.
what did you think of that?
No, I think that whole segment was my favorite part. Like the Paramount Plus Nazis made me laugh out loud really hard. And I just was trying to remember that episode really when I was watching. I was like, I know I watched this show fully again like years and years ago, so I think I might have seen it, but I can't remember everything unless I see a clip.
That's the Summit Ice episode,
Okay.
like where Summit Ice is like featured. So.
Okay.
And yeah, I can see the horseback riding like segment, but I can't remember what the goofy like
Yeah, I just can't remember
twist
it.
of it was.
Right.
Um, Man Zone, like I think was just like a hangout for dudes like thing. I'm pretty sure I remember that one. It was very
Yeah.
goofy. But the other big player this episode I thought was very funny. It was Jeff, the I'm calling the perv pilot, who had to have been an actor,
He's
Brian.
100%
The
actor.
guy claimed he was banned from every dating app. It's so funny, like in that he couldn't even get on it via his mom's phone because of algorithms.
Yeah, he's either an actor or he's like totally like has no social awareness whatsoever.
God, I want him to be real so bad though.
I just don't think so.
It was so over the top that
Yeah,
like, and I don't
yeah.
think they were trying to make it like see because again I don't think any airline would basically employ a guy like that. Like it would be such a liability now, right? To
Hmm, hmm.
like that, like PR wise and stuff. And
Right.
so um again, even if he's an actor, I think if he is, it's something that'll probably they I would think they would maybe almost reveal at some point like in the season, like because it's just too much. Like if he's a real pilot.
Right, like yeah, you can't everyone can't be a real person in this show. Like for it wouldn't work if
It
there weren't
doesn't fit too,
actors.
it would fit too perfectly. No,
Yeah.
I agree. Uh, one of the things though I thought was interesting that was brought up and I didn't bring up when we were talking about the Paramount Plus Germany and that skit, and this is why this show is really good, is he has Nathan running this scenario multiple times, how he's going to basically tell this guy off. And the guys who's be playing the mustache twirling villains like, Nathan, have you ever considered maybe they have a point of view? And it just like bangs him in the head, and he's like, "Oh
Mhm.
God, am I like the asshole? Like maybe there is a reason that these people did what they did, and I'm just assuming they're anti-Semites." And boom, 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 and like it's just very. It's why the show's so good because you leave
Yeah.
the episode with him like sitting there pondering, being like, he has the interaction with the little girl, the 15-year-old, right, who he rejects, and he's like, it was a six or a nine. I'm pretty sure it was a six.
100% six.
But Nathan tried his very damnedest and gave his biggest heartfelt thing. He's still only going to get a six. And it's like, he needs to, the idea is like, can you just live with that self-awareness, right? Or is that going to be something that's going to eat him up or he's going to ignore and push past? And again, a good episode of the rehearsal doesn't always leave you with a perfect bow tie. Like I'm sitting there thinking about it now, even now that I'm talking about it, it's the first time I'm talking about it since I'm watching it, right? I'm like, okay, there is a little more to it, right? It's good. And I always think now, like when this season will be over, all these parts will actually make a pretty conducive
Yeah.
whole compared to last season, like we said, that each episode kind of was able to stand on its own a little bit more.
Yeah, in the beginning for sure. But I do like those sometimes. So, I mean, it's yeah, I mean, pros and cons.
I really thought it was funny though. I thought it was
Yeah,
funny.
no, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it a lot more. And it's not like I didn't think last week was bad. I need that we finally got it back and I just want a little bit of a taste of the ridiculous like actual ridiculousness.
This would have been a good one if they dropped this episode and last week's together. I think
Yeah.
it would have worked really well, actually. But again, we're probably only getting six episodes, right? Eight
Yeah.
episodes most. We're probably only like six, so they are going to stretch this out for sure. Um, Let us know what you guys think. Are you enjoying this way more than you enjoyed episode one? What do you still think compared to season one? Where do you think? Do you think Nathan will make it have any success? Let us know. Let us know any other shows you're watching as well. We are covering it. If not, we'll take a look. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at The Reality Guys. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.